There are many times when a document has been created and you need to modify it a little bit. Now it could be that you have a specific group of colors or fonts or images or particular attributes that you want to apply to the document. We often refer to these as themes and styles. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you that here on the Home tab we have an area called Styles. And of course we can choose a particular style that we would like to use for our document. And you'll notice I don't have to click, I just have to move my mouse and it will show me what it would look like if I applied that particular style. Of course you get an idea as to what it would look like for each one of these different options. Of course styles are only part of it, because we can also go to the Design tab, and here's where our themes are found. Now normally we choose a single theme for an entire document. So I can choose from a variety of preset themes, or I can create my own, or I can even download more. Now the Office theme is fundamentally what we're using at the moment, and notice the colors here within the ribbon. And I also have a color swatches that I can look at as well, and I can jump between them. Now by putting my mouse over them, you can see that they do change as I actually move my mouse over, and I could choose these particular options. Now in a moment I'll show you what those options do. So for my theme, and I'm looking at all of the formatting here above me, and there are lots of them by using this down arrow, but if I choose another theme, you notice the colors change. And now so has my header, it's become green instead of blue. But if I go to another theme, again it changes, but so did the font. Font is different this time. And of course each theme is a little bit different as to what it actually does. So if I decided I wanted to modify this theme a little bit, especially with the colors, or even if I click on fonts, I can choose different fonts that I might want, and I can set it up my way, or I can choose the colors. Now let me just jump down here to customize, because you can choose what the color represents. Now it could be the dark background, and therefore we want a light font on top of it. Or we may want to, let's say, use our hyperlinks instead of blue. We could choose any color we wanted to that is part of this particular set of colors in that particular theme. Now that's not an absolute. We can also use more colors and choose the Pantone. In this case we have HSL and also RGB, and of course we can type in the values or the hexadecimal number for that color. You'll find that many companies actually have their own choice of colors, and it's part of their branding. Of course we can also choose the standard colors and just choose whichever color we would prefer to have for our hyperlink. And of course it changes right away. If I click on the hyperlink, it'll become purple, but I would prefer it to be yellow. So I'm going to click there, and that means it will be yellow when I click on it. It'll be green before I click. So this is the way you set up the colors that you intend to use within your particular document. Of course, I'm going to save this, but I also get to choose the name of it. So I'm going to call this mine. This is mine. And I'm going to save it, and you'll notice something right off the bat. It will be at the top of the list, and there's mine. So mine is at the top. I also have another one for myself, and of course we could just decide, wait a minute, now I'd rather use this one, so this is the one that it switches to. You can also change the paragraph spacing as well. That means that we can decide how open this should be, how much space should exist between the various lines, or how much space should exist before a paragraph or after a paragraph. And we'll talk about that in another video. So hopefully that helps a little bit, and let's move forward.